The stage is yours.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Firstly, thank you everyone for coming and staying this late. I know it's really, really exhausting. Some people fell asleep, but I'm glad we're that comfortable with each other that we can, absolutely, all that honesty. It's really good meeting everyone here, and it's quite comforting knowing that I'll all see you in hell. I think it's great. All these kuffar, blasphemers, it's really good that everyone is going to go hell together. Also, it's being here for the last couple of days is like I felt like I was back in school, and you know that feeling when you fail an exam, and then it's like, oh crap, but then you find out all your friends have failed too. So it's not that bad. It's not that bad. We failed, but we kind of succeeded. It's okay. It's okay. Also, there's so many people here from all around the world, different countries, different regions. Are there any Arabs here? Make some noise if you're Arab. Make some noise! Okay, not too much noise, you might scare the rest of us. Okay, cool. Okay, good stuff. Without sounding too, direct, but all of this is kind of your fault. Let's get real, we're amongst friends, it's kind of your fault. If it wasn't for your boy Muhammad, who had a midlife crisis, locked himself in a cave, spoke to angels, had to change the whole world. If it wasn't for him, you guys are like our white people, It's true. And I honestly think we should demand reparations, but I have my reparations from Arabs. My wife is Arab, so that's called reverse colonialism. Take it out on her. But you know what they say, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Do we have any Turks? Make some noise if you're Turks. Make some noise, man, come on. Come on, you're such a pathetic Turk. Yes, come on. Come on, you guys, man. You guys were, going back to the Greeks versus the Trojans. The Trojans, those were the Turks, right? The Eastern Roman Empire, that was Turkey, right? The Ottoman Empire, that was Turkey. Now, hair transplants and teeth, that is Turkey. Look how the mighty have fallen. Do we have any Nigerians? Nigerians, hello? Nigerians? Yeah? Okay, I'm glad you're here. Can you stop sending me emails about my credit card number, please? I'm not going to respond to your emails anymore, okay? I'm sick and tired of it. From Baba Tunde. I'm done. Do we have any Somalis in the house? Somalis, one Somali. Any more Somali? Waria. All right, do we have any Abdis? Any Abdis here? No? Okay, awesome. Somalis are great fun, but please don't start making mess or anything. I'm the captain now. Eyes on you, baby. Eyes on you, okay? What about any... I know the answer to this question already, but do we have any Desis here? That's a proper response. There are Desis here, as in Pakistanis, Bangladeshis, Indians, because we're every bloody where. We're bloody everywhere. I'm sick and tired of it. You go to Norway, there's bloody Desis. What the hell? Which country am I in right now? Right? And if you have roads, we all drive our taxis on them. Okay? If you've got a street corner, we'll build a convenience shop. If your food is a bit bland, we'll bring our spices. If you have deodorant, we won't use it. No, thank you. We want to smell like our home countries. Thank you very much. Okay. What about Iranians? Do we have it? Okay, Iranians. Fantastic. Thank you. Sorry? You're going to be disappointed. Okay. I'll be nice to Iranians, I'm not going to lie, they sound kind of scary. Iranians, ooh, that's dangerous, that's threatening. But Persians, ooh. Persians are very nice and cuddly and cultured people, right? And I actually think we've heard so many stories coming from Iran, very dangerous stories about women, 10, 20 years ago, nuclear weapons and death to the West and all this kind of stuff. And but I think there's people in the West that underestimate what's happening in Iran. And I think that's down to their language, because Farsi is a very beautiful language. Even when I hear Khomeini speak, I'm like, is he flirting with me? I'm like, firstly, I'm straight, and secondly, I'm married. Fine, here's my number. I'll be waiting for your call. Yes, I want to inspect your nuclear warheads, please. Okay. And like I think the language is very seductive and soft and alluring, like meanwhile, in Iraq, they're like, "Wallahi, brother, I have nothing. I have no weapon." And American like, "Yeah, we don't believe you." Iran is like, "We're gonna kill everyone, and we're oppressing a woman." We're like, "Stop being silly. Stop it. Come on." And just when you hear Arabic, it's a bit scary sometimes. You're thinking, "Do I need to run for cover? Do I need to hide?" When you hear Hindi, you're like, "Are you my Uber driver?" I actually had this before when I just walked into a shop. This was in London. I didn't even say anything. I just walked in, and the guy goes, "Oh, mate, are you my Uber Eats?" And I'm like, "No, no, I'm not. I'm just here to get some fish and chips." Like, what? Like, I didn't even say anything. I think it was a smell. So it must have been the smell. But yeah, growing up, being Pakistani, my family wanted me to become a doctor. So I studied really hard, but unfortunately, I didn't get the grades. They were quite disappointed, so I kept at it. I didn't want to disappoint them, so I became one of the biggest doctors in the world. I became Dr. Zakir Naik. And I was like, that's not what we quite had in mind, but I'm very good at being a constant disappointment to my parents, so yeah. But I was, growing up as a Muslim, I watched a lot of Zakir Naik videos. I was just, you know what? I had that in mind, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But yeah, so I watched a ton of his videos. I was really, really impressed by he can memorize any book, any religion, anything. Chapter 5, verse number 2 is clearly mentioned, right? You'd ask him a question about anything here. Chapter 5, verse number 2, volume 3, page number 3. I'm like, oh my God, this guy's amazing. Zakir Naik was ChatGPT before ChatGPT. I don't think he gets enough credit. Okay? I honestly think Amazon, you have Amazon Alexa? They should have a Zakir Naik version of Amazon Alexa. Can you imagine just you be around the house and be like, okay, I need a dinner date. Okay, where do I go out for dinner for my wife? You'd be like, Dr. Zakir Naik, doot. Yes, brother. Where do I take my wife out for dinner? You're like, brother, that's a very good question, he said. He wants to take his first wife out for a halal meal. That's not what I quite said, but okay, sure. Brother, let me tell you that according to the Book of Restaurants, chapter 5, verse number 2, it is clearly mentioned that there are 4 halal restaurants in your area. But only one has gender segregation. It is called What the Falafel. It is 20 minutes away. Would you like me to call you a camel? That was amazing, right? That is the kind of answer, the clarity that I need in my life. Okay? But I think I wouldn't want to get a Jordan Peterson Alexa. I think I would regret asking him the same question. Yeah, he'd be like, so yeah, Jordan Peterson, I want to go out on a dinner date. Would you recommend many places? And you'd be like, well, that depends. Are you hungry for food or for knowledge? No, I'm hungry for food. I want to go out on a dinner date. Yeah, you won't last a week in the gulags. Okay, not to get political, Jordan Peterson, but I just want to eat, and I really, really want to impress my wife. So where can I take her out? Here we say something like, well, if you want to climb the dominance hierarchy, you have to stand tall like a lobster. I'm like, lobster? I haven't taken her out for lobster yet. And you have to face your fears and go into the belly of the whale and fight the postmodernist Okay, you know what, I'm taking, okay, thank you, I'm taking the batteries out. Clean your room. So, Zakir Naik, yes. Jordan Peterson, no. Okay, awesome. There's many experiences that I've had over the last 10 years coming out as an ex-Muslim. And when you come out as an ex-Muslim, you have this whole other online community and in person as well of other ex-Muslims. And they're like, yeah, you're cool, we're friends with this one, adding you on Facebook and Twitter and all this kind of stuff and meetups. But there's also, you get a lot of friend requests, and you can tell me if I'm wrong here, from a lot of Hindus and Christians, and you're like, hang on a second, how is this? Are we cool? And it's like almost like you win the lottery, and then you get really long distant relatives you've never met before, knocking at your door like, hi, you remember me? And we're like, no, I've never met you in my life before. Where did you come from? And it's like, we've been watching you very closely. And it's like, you have? Because yes, we've been watching it and we're waiting for you guys, waiting for you to come out. Like, come out and do what? Join our team. Like, what team? Like, don't worry, we know you're one of the good ones. And that's a very uncomfortable, weird relationship you have to navigate as well. Also, and I think some people touched on this yesterday as well, that one of the accusations we get is that you're a fake ex-Muslim. You know, they do this to sort of delegitimize our cause and our voice. So you were never really Muslim in the first place. You're just doing this for fame. You're doing it for money. You're doing it for all these other reasons. You're funded by the Jews. I wish we were. That would have made our lives a lot easier, I think. If there are there any Jews here? Are there any Jews? Okay, we've got a Jew here. Can I speak to your manager? Because. Okay, thank you, because we've been doing a lot of work and we haven't received the checks yet. And we were talking about funding. I think we could, thank you very much. I just want to say that, yeah. But that was a big thing about fake ex-Muslims. And I think our experience has been that, my experience has been the overall majority of ex-Muslims that I've spoken to have been real. But unfortunately, it's going to get awkward. There has been some experiences that I've had that what I would say ex-Muslim. There are some fake ex-Muslims out there. And I'm going to say that there are some fake ex-Muslims, bismillah, in this room. You are a fake ex-Muslim if you were Shia. Sorry. I'm sorry. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Islam is the wrong religion, but Sunni Islam is the right version of the wrong religion. Shia Islam is the wrong version of the wrong religion. So, but it's okay, I'm just joking. We love you, we accept you. Don't be too harsh on yourselves. It's okay, it's not your fault. What I'm trying to say is don't beat yourself up, because we know you guys do that. It's okay. You're not Muslim anymore. You don't beat yourself up. Speaking of wrong sects, I think it's worth mentioning the Ahmadis, right? Where's that? There you are. So for those of you who don't know, Ahmadis are like our Mormons. They were so like they loved the original content so much. They kind of created their own fan fiction and had their own prophet. They were like, we need more of this. And Ahmadis are like that one friend that no one invites to the party, and they always turn up. And then you're like, do you know that guy? Like, no, I thought he came with you. No, I thought he came with you. And they're like, what are we doing, guys? Where are we going? And it's like, bro, who the hell is that guy? And if you're thinking, who is that friend in your group, and you don't know, you're that friend in your group. You're the Ahmadi of your group if you don't know who that person is. Another thing we also hear from some Muslims online is they say, don't talk about Islam. Okay, fine, we get it. You've left Islam now. Don't talk about it anymore. Stop it. You're obsessed. Get over it, okay? And I find this argument quite annoying. And it's like leaving Islam is like breaking up with a very handsome, seductive psychopath. It's like in the beginning, it's very nice and very charming and dinner dates and roses and chocolates and romantic escapes. But then one day you find a closet with a lot of red flags. And you're thinking, no, these can't be his. No, I know him. He would never do something like that. It must... Maybe it's the Jews or the atheists or the Christians and someone else. No, there's no way this is his. And then you dig a bit further and then you find some dead bodies. And you're like, oh, shit, it is him. And then you turn around and he's standing over you with an axe. And he's like, I really wish you hadn't seen that. Things were going so well. And out of my love and mercy, I'm going to have to kill you. And then you're running around the house trying to escape, but he's locked the doors. Then you go into the bathroom, lock the bathroom, and then it's like in that movie, The Shining, where he's chasing, Jack Nicholson's chasing you with an axe. He goes through the door. He's like, it's Johnny. We would stop talking about you if you were to drop your axe and leave us alone, right? We will stop. If you stop trying to kill us, I promise we'll stop talking about you. So there was a couple of things, actually, because I remember when I first left Islam with my wife, we always have this debate who left first, okay? So it's always like a competition, right? But I think I left first, but she was the first to verbalize it. She was the first to say, I'm not Muslim or I don't believe in Islam. And I remember when she said that, like, my heart stopped. I was like, I was so scared. Like, I was like, you can't even say that. Like, even out loud, you can't even verbalize it. And then she said, yeah, I don't think Muhammad is a prophet. And I was like, oh my God, like I was so scared. Like the idea of hell as well, I was so scared. 10 years on, of course, I'm not scared of those things anymore, but I am scared of saying other stuff. Like, I don't know, like bacon and alcohol are kind of overrated, I think. I might have voted Conservative. And, Bismillah. Okay. Jai Shri Ram, I love Israel, Jai Rastafari. I'm getting all the religions on my side, like, you know Thanos when he gets all the Infinity Stones. And so, a man is a man and a woman is a woman. Okay, thank you. I had to call upon all the religions to get that joke out. All right, cool. Another thing that's actually very, very interesting and obviously very serious is the way Islam treats women. It's disgusting. We've heard so many different stories. And of course, the most famous verse in the Quran, or one of the most famous verses, is around the half testimony of women, you know. And I'd like to, I think it's in verse 2, chapter 2, verse 2. You know, let me do it properly. Chapter 2, verse 282. Sorry, there we are. That's better, right? In chapter 2, verse 82, it is clearly mentioned, okay? I'm not going to do the whole thing, because you won't understand what I'm saying. And it says here, and get 2 witnesses out of your own men, and if there are not 2 men, then a man and 2 women. So if one woman forgets, the other one can remind her. Now, I don't know if anyone here has actually met a woman, but they don't forget. They don't forget. And I think someone with 9 wives probably should have figured that out. With all the constant fighting, I could be having a conversation with my wife and she would just pluck a memory from 10 years ago and go, boom. And I'm thinking, did I say that? Yes, you did. I remember what you said about my mum 10 years ago. I remember what I was wearing. And I'm like, no, I would never say, oh, maybe it was me. Oh, shit. I'm sleeping in the garden now. What? How the hell did that happen? And I think if Muslims wanted to preserve their hadith, they should have let the women memorize it. There would be no weak hadith. There would be literally no weak hadith. Their tradition would be solid. All these guys like, wait, what happened? And who? Was it you? No, I swear it wasn't me. You know, and I think if they had memorized the hadith, it would be very, very different. Like, I think the hadith of Aisha being 9 and 6 or whatever it may be, I don't think it would have anything to do with the age. I think it would have been like, Alif, Mim, Jim, OMG. Did you see what Aisha was wearing on her wedding? Black is so 5th century. She's only been around a minute and she's calling herself mother of believers. Who does she think she is? Khaleesi, right? Whereas Imam Bukhari's like, and when Aisha got married, she was, hang on a second. She's 6 or 6? Yo, Abu Dawood, how old was Aisha when she got married? Who's Aisha? You know, Aisha, like mother of believers Aisha. Oh, that Aisha, I don't know, man, I can't remember. He goes, what are you doing, bro? Oh, I'm just writing down like all this stuff like that happened. But that happened 200 years ago, bro. Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm just asking people what they thought of it. What? You're asking dudes? Yeah. Oh, okay. But why do you have to shit on all my ideas, man? Why can't you just support me on this one? So what should I go with, 6 or 16? Well, you know how women are about their age. You should go for the younger one, right? And he's like, oh, okay, cool, I'm writing it down. But isn't that kind of weird? Like, 6 is kind of like a child, bro. It's kind of weird because, bro, firstly, no one's going to read this in 1,000 years. Secondly, no one's that weird to think it's okay to marry children. Trust me, bro, I've got this, right? Inshallah, that was. So that was probably the process for Bukhari. I'm all for integrating and sharing ideas, and I don't believe in cultural appropriation, all this kind of stuff. I think everyone should share from everyone. But there are sometimes very rare occasions where taking an idea and doing it in something else can be misapplied. Like, I don't know if you've seen hijab porn, apparently. This is a genre of porn that's... No? Okay, hand up. If you're a man, be honest, okay? This is where the truth is going to come out, okay? Let's see how feminist you really are, okay? Put your hand up if you don't know who Mia Khalifa is. One person. Okay, you have 2 options. Either you're gay or you're a liar. Choose. So I see we have some fans in the room. Okay. But when I was watching, I would never watch. No. When someone told me about it, okay, yeah, from a friend who's got erectile dysfunction. I'm not joking. But it's almost like watching hijab. I was like, sister, do you want to be seen or unseen? I'm a bit confused right now. Even Shaitan is like, is this alhamdulillah or is this astaghfirullah? Like, which one? Is this halal or is this haram? I don't even know right now. Like, you know, it's almost like watching someone say Bismillah and eat some meat. Like, you can't just say Bismillah and put any meat in your mouth. It doesn't work like that, all right? Okay. One person got that joke. Thank you. But yeah, so I think just to finish, I think we've had a fantastic day, fantastic 2 days. And one thing I would say, and this is on a slightly serious note, is that leaving Islam is very, very difficult. We've spoken about many different things, but I think one of the things that I can really share is that, I think you take a huge hit with your family relations when you leave Islam. And when you come to these kind of conferences in person, I know online is something else, but when you come in person, you sort of are accepted into a bigger family. Just as dysfunctional as your real one. But maybe not as violent or threatening. So thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Cheers.
Yeah, well done. Thank you.